Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you're planning to move to the UK or are already here on a visa, the next few minutes are incredibly important. The UK government has rolled out some of the most significant changes to its immigration system in years, with many taking effect this month, July 2025. These updates, stemming from the government's white paper titled Restoring Control over the Immigration System, are designed to reduce net migration and reshape the landscape of who can come to live and work in the UK. So, whether you're a skilled professional, a student, a healthcare worker, or an employer, these changes will almost certainly affect you. We're going to break down exactly what's changing, who is affected, and what you need to do right now. Let's get into it. First up, the flagship route for skilled professionals, the skilled worker visa. This is where we're seeing some of the biggest adjustments, primarily focused on salary and skill level. Effective from July 22, 2025, the general minimum salary threshold for a skilled worker visa has increased. Previously, you needed to be offered a salary of at least £38,700 per year. That figure has now jumped to £41,700. This is a substantial increase and means that employers looking to hire from overseas will need to offer a higher wage. But it's not just about the money. The government is also raising the bar on the required skill level for jobs to be eligible for sponsorship. The minimum skills threshold is being lifted from RQF Level 3, which is equivalent to an A-level, to RQF Level 6, which is degree level. What does this mean in practice? It means that a significant number of jobs that were previously eligible for a skilled worker visa no longer qualify. We're talking about an estimated 180 occupations being removed from the list. This will heavily impact sectors like hospitality and logistics that have historically relied on sponsoring workers for roles that don't require a university degree. Now, if you're already in the UK on a skilled worker visa for a role that is now ineligible, don't panic just yet. The government has put transitional arrangements in place. If you were sponsored before the July 22nd deadline, you can still extend your visa, change your employer within the same occupation, and apply for settlement. But this provision will be reviewed in the future. This tightening also extends to other work visas. The global business mobility route for senior or specialist workers now has a higher salary threshold of £52,500, up from £48,500, and the scale-up visa threshold has risen from £36,300 to £39,100. Next, let's talk about the health and care worker visa, a route that has been crucial for staffing the NHS and social care sectors. In a major policy shift, this route is now closed to new overseas applicants as of July 22, 2025. This means that care homes and other social care providers can no longer recruit care workers and senior care workers directly from abroad. This is a huge change aimed at encouraging the sector to recruit from the domestic workforce. However, there is a temporary lifeline for those already in the UK on a different visa. You may still be able to switch into the health and care worker route from within the UK until July 22nd, 2028, provided you have been legally employed by your sponsoring employer for at least 3 months before the application. It's important to note that for most healthcare professionals on the health and care visa who are paid according to national pay scales such as NHS nurses, the minimum salary threshold remains at £25,000, so they are not affected by the wider salary hikes. The UK student visa route has been a massive draw for people worldwide. While the student visa itself isn't seeing major changes right now, the post-study work opportunities are being curtailed. The government has proposed to reduce the length of the graduate visa from 2 years down to 18 months for undergraduate and master's students. Doctoral students are expected to retain the 3-year visa, though this awaits final confirmation. This change is anticipated to affect students who begin their courses from January 2026 onwards, meaning those starting this autumn should still be eligible for the current 2-year visa. Another new hurdle affects the families of students. For the first time, dependents of international students will be required to demonstrate a basic level of English proficiency, specifically A1 level on the CEFR scale. For many, coming to the UK is not just about a job or a degree, it's about building a permanent future. The path to achieving that, known as indefinite leave to remain or settlement, is also set to become longer. The government has announced its intention to double the standard qualifying period for settlement from 5 years to 10 years. This is a radical change. While there will be an earned settlement pathway allowing some to qualify sooner based on their contributions, the details of how this will work have not yet been released. It is also not yet clear if this change will apply retrospectively to those already on their journey to settlement. On a more positive note for some, from July 29, 2025, any time a person has spent as a British citizen will now count as lawful presence for the purposes of an indefinite leave to remain application, which could help individuals who may have previously had their citizenship deprived. The details of how this will work have not yet been released. It is also not yet clear if this change will apply retrospectively to those already on their journey to settlement. On a more positive note for some, from July 29, 2025, any time a person... There are a few other important changes to be aware of. The Immigration Salary List, or ISL, which offered a discount on salary thresholds for jobs in shortage, is being replaced by a new Temporary Shortage List, TSL. A significant new rule is that most new applicants sponsored for a job on this list will not be able to bring dependents with them. The government is also cracking down on compliance. From July 15th of 2025, vignette stickers and passports are being phased out for the skilled worker and global talent routes, replaced entirely by digital e-visas. And finally, expect costs to rise. A hefty 32% increase to the immigration skills charge, the fee employers pay when sponsoring a foreign worker, is expected to be implemented before the end of 2025. So, what's the big picture? The message from the UK government is clear. They are prioritising high-skilled, high-earning individuals and are making it more challenging and expensive for both employers and migrants to use the immigration system. For employers, the time to act is now. You need to audit your workforce, review salary structures, and plan your recruitment strategies carefully around these new, stricter rules. For individuals, it is absolutely vital to check how these changes affect your specific visa category. The landscape has shifted dramatically, and being informed is your best defence. Always refer to the official Gov.uk website for the most up-to-date information. These are complex changes, and we'll be keeping a close eye on further developments, especially regarding the 10-year settlement route and the new temporary shortage list. What are your thoughts on these new rules? Are they fair? Will they achieve the government's goal of reducing net migration? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future updates on UK immigration. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.